Americans, how are we all doing today? I hope that you are all ready for a little journal project, and I'd like to welcome all the new people to my channel. Welcome everybody. I hope that you're going to have fun making this project with me today. And to everybody, of course, that supports me every week, thank you guys. I really appreciate your support and kindness. Now, I said to you when I was doing the last video that I wanted to do a page wrap over here. So I thought I'd tackle that today with an envelope so that we can get almost done with what we're going to do. There's just a couple of things I'm going to still do with this journal. So we still have another week of finishing it off. Because on Friday I'm going to share with you the newest one that I've put together. Very excited. I've even started playing around with it. So yes, let's get on with that. Right, so it's going to go into the signature, onto that lace page right there, and we'll do that shortly. I've grabbed one of my mailers. This is a mailer that I've used. I'll give you some rough estimations. You're looking at 9 inches, but I think it's 6.5. Yeah, there or thereabouts. You can trim one down, you can use a smaller one, it doesn't matter. Alternatively, you can take 2 pieces of copier paper and just join them together. I have then folded that over, let me tell you, just before the 5-inch mark there, just before. All right, and then the last bit is the remainder, which is just short of 4 inches. All right, so just to give you some very quick measurements, look at the bottom of my page and you'll see that converted into centimeters if you're using metric and not imperial. Right, so that's what I've done here. You've got your bit there, almost 5, and the rest over there. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Mine's got a window. If you're creating your own envelope, you can just cut that out. It's not a must anyway, but that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use some scraps from my scrap pile to decorate the front, and I'm going to use this piece, which I've cut off from the large piece of paper with the typewriter on it, and I'm going to stick that over there. All right. I've got a couple of ephemera bits, so I've taken this one. This one I've sewn on some ribbon, which comes in that ribbon bundle, just folded it over like that and stitched it on the side. This is another piece of paper. It comes from the same bundle, I think, and the page, I should say, and I've just sewn some lace on the top there. I'm going to stick that onto a large tag, so you want to get your scraps with you. This is my journal card and the other little journal cards. That's what we've got there. As far as other bits and pieces are concerned, as I said, you want scraps for this side. I have grabbed this lace, beautiful fine tulle lace, which we're going to use for this as well. So that I've grabbed. I've got a die cut or 2 and some of these, one of those and 2 of those from the mini flowers. All right, so that's really about it, I think. Yeah, let's get started. Right, so I'm going to, as this is lying here, I am going to grab my glue, grab the glue. Let's use this one. I'm just going to stick this onto this piece here. Now mine is slit open at the top, that's how I opened it. So that is still like that. And I am going to go and distress that in a minute. So I am just going to put some glue on the edges of this, but I am going to stick a pocket on the bottom of this, so all is good. How are you guys going? How's your January been? Can you believe that we are just about at, well, we are at the end of January and tomorrow marks a new month. I cannot believe how fast time flies. It is unbelievable. I mean, it's I was saying that to my mum the other day, how fast time flies. It's just a shocker. When I look back on things, like when you fix your mortgage rate or something and that's finished, or, you know, just anything like the Wi-Fi or anything, and I think, gosh, was that 2 years? Was that 5 years? Is she 21? You know, all those things. It's just amazing. As far as my kids are concerned, they don't get it, but I think you will as a parent. My kids are always like 3 years old or 4 years old in my head, and they don't get that because my daughter is turning 21 this month, well, February, and my son, well, he's 25. So, I mean, I don't know where that time went, but in my head, they still fall with the little teeth and all the rest, you know, pigtails and all those lovely things. Right, so that's that. Right, we're going to stick on this bit here, which, as I said, came from that same sheet of paper, I think. Maybe not. It didn't, no. Right, it's from one of those pieces of paper. This is going to go onto my tag. It's the wrong piece that I'm sharing with you here. I wanted to get this background, and I am going to stick that. I have folded mine double. This one does go up 2.5 inches and the width of your envelope fold there, and I want to just stick that on over there. We're just making a simple pocket. I do have a little bit of scrap paper, and I want to just put that across the middle there. So I think I'll do that before I stick this down, because I can just go around the corners with it, can't I? Yeah, so let's just get, I'm just going to tear it because I'm going to wrap it round. Yeah, so I'm using this like a piece of washi tape, really. Yeah, just quickly do some decorations. I had a fun time putting this together last night, actually. Sitting here watching the telly. I do like doing that. I tend to put most of my projects together really late. It's about the only time I have, and my life is crazy busy, but you know, what can you say? All right, I'm just going to put some glue in there because I folded it double to make it strong, but I just see that piece was lifting. Right, we want to just get some glue on there like that, and this bit, and here. Not too thick. I want to be able to fit cards in here. Right, so we want to move that over. Now we're not going to stick anything on the back of this envelope because it's going to wrap around the page. So we're going to, that side's going to stay as it is. Right. Okay, so we've got that on. I did have a little circle here. Got that little circle, and I'm going to put it off center because I found this little scrap and I just sewed on 2 buttons, and I thought I would just add that a little bit off the side. Quite fancied that. You could actually put it over here. That'd probably be better. Let's do that. Then I can put that in the center. I heard you. Right, change of plans. I love the circles. They're really useful for pockets, and you know, just zhuzh up a plain pocket, don't they? Especially with a strip in the middle. So there we go. I'm not putting any lace on here. I'm going to put it on this side, and gosh, just don't let me forget that. I'm going to put it there, so I do it the very next thing. I get talking and then I don't do it. So this is just a scrap from my fabric bundle. Right, so I hope you're all excited about the new kit on Friday. I'm very excited, and as I said, I had a little play around with it yesterday just to make sure everything, you know, fitted properly and how I envisaged it in my head. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's something quite different to what I usually do. It's not grunge, so don't worry about that, but it's very vintagey. So yeah, I'm quite excited. Right, we've got that done. That side's pretty done. Let's go to this side. Right, and as I said, before I forget, I'm going to stick this lace on because I know what I'm like and I will end up forgetting, and I don't want to have to make excuses for myself. So I'm going to put this just on the end here, but I'm just getting the length at this point. So we'll cut it just there. Right, and let's stick that down. So let's do a little check. Always good to check in your journal. So I'm going to just grab the signature here. I want to see how far this is going to wrap over and that my lace is not going to end up too far away. So I've got that there. Now, of course, if you've got an American letter page, do check that, because you know your page is shorter than mine. So I don't have that much space, probably an inch. I could trim that off, but I'm not going to. Right, so that's what that's going to look like there, and that's what that's going to look like there. Now you can always have that as a flip up and decorate the back if you want, but I'm going to stick it down. It looks really nice there already. I like it. Okay, let's get on with this side then. So having gauged how much space I have, and bearing in mind that that's an inch, I'm going to just move this a little bit in, sort of up to those scrolly bits there. So I'm going to just take this fabric glue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some scrappy bits on there. And I need my distress ink. These are just ones I've torn with my fingers, and I am going to put over here. So I've got that over there. I've got this yellow lace bit to go over there. And again, I'm going to just, oh, I mustn't forget about the piece behind here as well. It's another thing I tend to forget. Right, so we want that like that. Then I've got a little bit like this, and I'm going to put some ink all around the sides there. Just sort of takes out those white little scrappy bits away. And that's going to go sort of like this. Yeah, so far so good. Let's put those down. So the order is that one, and then that one so far. Right, so yeah, I'm going to put something on to cover that blue, which I did put aside. And I think it's the sort of neutral and white polka dot. Right, so we've got that there, and I'm going to get that. Oh, it was up here, sorry. Just like that. Okay, this one is going to go on the base there, but we needed to get this one on next. So it's just the lapping of the little bits. So it's always good to do a little trial run before you add any glue, just so that you don't mess it up. I've done that many a time, and then you're pulling things up, which you don't want to do. Right, so this one needs to go right to the top. No, not quite. But it needs to go right to the edge here, that's for certain. Okay. Now I might go and just stitch around there in a sec, we'll see. This one's going to go over here like that. Yeah, and then I've got another yellow one, which I'm going to put over there, I think. Yeah, so slowly, but there's one that's got to go underneath this yellow one. So I am mindful of that. So we'll get this one stuck down next. Okay, then this one's going to go, but we need to put one at this bit here, and that's this one. So it's that, but the lighter edge. Again, I'm just going to get that there. This one I think will need to come on next. I'm going to move that just a little bit away, because we are going to turn it around the page. So just sort of lapped it a little bit. There we go. Then we're going to have this one go on top of that, like that. Right, coming to the end of it now, and then I've got one big piece that's going to go at the end there, and you see I should have taken it there, but it's not the end of the world to do. And really a great way to use up scraps. I always love the quilted look, I call it. This is my quilted look. Right, so you want to match it up with that one there, and you don't want to extend beyond the edge of your envelope, so turn it if you need to, so you can see where the edge is. You can see I'm going over that bit there. Now this is my scrappy bit that I'm going to put in the middle like that, so I don't need more than there. And I'm going to just tear that like that, and this way. I will stick that down, and this bit I'm going to put just a little bit up there, possibly to this point. Tear it this way. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I think that's about right. It is, and that'll cover up that. Yeah, so go and play jigsaw and make a quilt with all your scrappy bits. Even great to make masterboards, so that you can make tags and all sorts of lovely things using up those scraps. And this is a great way. Was it Rach or somebody that showed me, well, all of us, to stick them into an old book as you have them, onto old book pages in an old book, and that way you've always, you know, you can put them according to the colors and start collecting them that way. So yeah, there we go. So we've got that there. That looks great. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just very quickly trim the edge of this lace in line here, and this one as well. Not much to come off this side. There we go. So that's all right. I'm going to stick this into the middle. So let's just get some glue on there so that I cover that blue bit. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a sewing job very quickly. Right, so we've got that there. You want to open up your envelope like that, and just find the spot for that like that. Now I've got a few decorative bits to put on there, and I'll show you what those are in a moment. Okay, so I've stitched just around there now. We've still got our opening, and I've got my little sentiment that I want to stick down. From my heart to yours, especially when you're writing letters, isn't it? Love that. I'm going to put that just there. Love that. Right, and then I've got my 3 little flowers from that mixed flower, multi-flower bundle. 5 in a pack, different ones. Really useful for all the different projects, and I am hooked on them. Right, so there we have there. And then just a little cream one and another little cream one. Right, and then what I want to do is I've got these 2 little die cuts. This is like a peachy pink one from the Funky Flowers, and then just a piece of greenery, and I'm going to get those stuck down as well. All right, this one I'm going to put just slightly up like that and lean it over. Okay. I know that looks strange, but you'll see what I mean. Right, I cut this out of a page that was this background page. All right, so I've just cut out one of those. I want to put that just over there. I think it's going to just finish it off beautifully. Okay, so I'm going to get that. Don't want it over that line there, so that has to be your aim. Oops. It doesn't matter if it goes over the window. We quite like that look. And press my flowers down again. And then my little butterfly is the last little extra over here. Right, so we'll just put that on that flower stem there. And I'll probably get a pearl on there in a minute. Right, everything is done on this side. I'm going to leave that to dry. Just a very quick thing. I cut this out of the big page, the big journal page. I've added one of my little glue seals, and I put an eyelet in with a bit of velvet. Just attached it to that ribbon of seam binding there. Yeah, you don't have to do that. And then on the back of this large tag, this tag is going to go in here. I just wanted to put something on the back. So I've done a bit of stenciling. I've used some packaging from Christmas. I keep all the gift box packaging that, this is from my daughter's tanning set, I think. I've just stenciled on there, and I'm going to just put this bit, which also comes from a large page. I'm going to stick it on just over there. All right, so I think I'm going to have to use my fabric tack because I need to glue the lace as well. So we'll just get some of that over there, and then we want to just cover this bit over there like that. Stick the lacy bits as well. And I do have 2 little clips lying here. Just want to get that clip there and there. Okay, so we're going to have a pocket on the back of that tag and a nice seam binding that I just tied together as a bow. Nothing fancy over there. So it was just did it like that, yeah, and then made a bow with the 2 at the same time. And then just pull the loops apart like that, yeah. And there we have it. That's just a bit of that thin velvet that I've attached it to the pockets with. There we go, nice fluffy bow at the top. So that's doing its thing. Let's get this onto our page. So that's what we have at the back of that page. What we want to do is now attach this to this page over here. Right, so I'm going to get it in place at the bottom here. You don't want it exactly to the edge, so put it like that and close it, yeah, and then open that up. And I'm just going to use this. Now you can make a pocket here if you want, but I've got enough going on for this, so I'm just going to stick it straight down. If you're wanting a flip up, then you will only stick it along the edge there, really, nothing on this side of the page, but you'd have to cover the back, but that's easily done. But I'm going to just get it to stick straight down like that. Hold my paper, and with any luck, that is going to be where I want it to be. Right, now any one of these sides could be a flip up. It just means sticking one of them down, that's it, and leave the other one as it is, and then you've got a little flip up. But as I said, I'm going to get this, for example, you could just cover there, and this is now would be a flip up, which would be nice, I suppose. I might do that, I'm not sure. I was going to just stick it straight down. Yeah, I think I'm going to just stick it down. I've got a flip up further back in another project that we did, so I'm not too worried about that. But it is nice to have a nice big writing space, so you're welcome to back this one with something. Even tea stain paper would go well, or the avocado stain paper as well. So any of those would work. Right, so I've got that all down there. We're going to flick it over now and just hold it in place for a little bit. Put my glue lids on while I'm waiting. Yeah, and then all we have to do is put in our ephemera bits and we are done. Right, oh, the sun is coming out. I do see lots of grey skies in the grey clouds in the sky, but the sun is out. It is cold. It's always cold, but that's all right. We don't mind. Right, that goes in there. Right, and while I've got it out, we're going to take our journal card. Not for this one. These two, they're going in here. So grab your bone folder. Oh, I must have got a bit wide on the glue here. There we go, just loosen it a bit. So that one's going to go in there. And then this one, I might put it, let's raise this one a bit and then push this one a little bit further down. There we go. Okay, and then on this side, we've got our big card to go in here. And this should be dry by now. This card, that's nice and flat. Just going to slide that in there, just as a little bit of extra writing space. So it's pretty flat. Yeah, and then let's put this in the top here. It's getting caught on that goodie. Just open it up a bit. Bone folders are the best tools ever, don't you think? I must say. Right, so you want to get that in there now. Like that. It's caught on something. What's it catching on? Ah, the top of that. It's the envelope. Right, so it's catching on there, if you can see. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on, and I should know that this happens because it's definitely not the first time. So when you see these loose flappy bits on the envelope, just get them stuck down like I've had to do awkwardly now, but it's down now. So now you shouldn't have anything in your way, right? And then you can get your tag in, put your bows and your seal on the top there, like that. That looks good. And then this can now go in here. How pretty is that? Yeah, pretty, pretty. Here's our other page. Gosh, it's a chunky monkey, eh? Definitely is, but lovely. I love it. Right, so there's our little page wrap there, and there's the other side. I love that. And our little bits there, perfectly matched with everything, and it looks lovely, and I love it. All right, everyone, I hope that you've had fun following along. Go and enjoy making this. I'm always excited to see your makes in my Facebook group. If you're not a member, please come and join us. The link tree is on my YouTube main page. You'll see main channel page. You'll see link tree. Click on there, and everything to do with my social media, including my Facebook group, is there, and you can get the link and go directly to it. We'd love to have you. Thank you again for all your comments and all your kindness. You encourage me and motivate me, and it is greatly appreciated. Stay well and look forward to Friday. Make a note of it. My usual time, which is 8 p.m. UK, or what's that? Greenwich Meridian GM time. That's it. I had to think about that. So the usual time on a Friday, I will have my video out with the new kit, and I look forward to sharing that with you. Stay well, guys. See you soon. Bye.